Hello, 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 and welcome back to Dilsim's Let's Play of the Kingdom of Loathing. As you can see, when I logged in today, I have a new message received from Subject 37. So let's go see what that says. My escape went off without a hitch, and I've made my way safely home. I couldn't have done it without you, Dilsim. Please accept this charm as a token of my thanks. Perhaps it will aid you in your future endeavors. Regards, Subject 37. I acquire an item, mysterious silver lapel pin. Subject 37 sent you this lucky silver lapel pin as a thank you for helping him escape the Cobb's Knob laboratory. It occurs to you have no idea who he actually was, and you don't recognize the squiggly glyph on the front of the pin either. Oh well. It's an accessory. It gives me plus 5 to 9 HP per adventure and plus 5% meat from monsters. That looks considerably worth equipping. What do I have on? A bat skin belt, a knoll tooth necklace, which gives me, what, like muscle plus 5? Yeah, I probably don't need that. Let us put on the mysterious silver lapel pin. And we will pick up, I think, where we left off from yesterday, though actually I do want to check consumables here. Don't have a ton of food. Bowls of cottage cheese are meat smithing and meat pasting components. I cannot cook with them. I still have a knob sausage, which is also a cooking ingredient. Let's see. Can I combine dry noodles with a rat appendix? Will that work? Those don't combine to make anything tasty. What about a knob sausage? Those two items don't make anything tasty. What about a habanero pepper? Don't have the necessary skill to make that item. Okay. I need to find some people to play the game with me. So if you're watching this video, you should totally join up and send me a message and play, you know, a mysticality class or a moxie class so that we can make stuff for each other. Alright. Well, let us return to Pandemonium. And let's check out the Hades arena this time. Let's see, we've got Sven Golly. Hey, you look smarter than the average groupie. Maybe you can help me out, respectfully. I'm the new manager for the Infernal Rackets, and they're supposed to be on stage right now, but they won't go on. Respectfully, they're complaining that the venue isn't meeting their requirements of their rider, and they won't perform until they're met. Even worse, they won't let me look at the rider, and they won't tell me exactly what they're missing, and they won't even tell me which of them is which. Think you can help, respectfully? That's got it. The respectfullys have to be a reference to somebody, but, Alright, here's all I've been able to find out so far. All 4 band members are craving something. One wants something white, one wants something soft, one wants something sweet, one wants something boozy. All 4 band members hate each other, hate something another member is craving. So one hates white things, one hates soft things, one hates sweet things, and one hates boozy things. Oh god. Okay. The band members' names are Bognart, Stinkface, Flagworm, and Jim. One is the bassist, one is the guitarist, one is the drummer, and one is the singer. Alright, I'm actually going to have to take notes. I'm going to do that on in Notepad on a different window. So just give me a second while I open that, because... Alright, let's open Notepad. Okay, let's go backstage. Succubus, you hardly know us. You walk into one of the dimly lit green rooms backstage and see a succubus reclining on a couch inside. She's holding a teddy bear and trying to pose seductively, but she just looks like she has a crick in her neck. There you are, lover. Oh, wait, you aren't Bognart, she says. Oh, well, I guess you'll do. No thanks. I'm looking for Bognart, too. He's the drummer, right? The one who likes soft things? The succubus scowls at you. Bognart isn't the drummer, and he craves something white. Just get out of here if you don't want to lie down with me. She tucks her teddy bear at you. You catch it and hoof it out of the room before you have to endure any more inept come-ons from the succubus. Okay. So, Bognart is not the drummer. Wants something white. Okay, so I have a beer-scented teddy bear. This is a nice soft teddy bear that smells like beer. It's not clear whether it came from the factory that way or if the smell was applied by the bear's owner. Alright. You find a door marked gentleman and open it on the off chance that it contains one. The door bumps into a demon who is bent over a sink. The demon shouts in surprise and there's a huge puff of white powder from where his nose just was. "You jerk!" he shouts. "You just made me blow all the sugar off my powdered donut. I had to get my friend Jim in here to get you thrown out. I'm with a band, you know." "Oh, Jim, right," you say nonchalantly. "He's the guitarist, right?" Jim is not the guitarist. Please excuse the pauses. I'm making notes. Jim, not guitarist. Sorry, you say. Look, just give the donut to somebody else in the band and get a new one, okay? Give it to the drummer. They're not usually picky about food, unless the drummer hates soft foods that are soft or something. Now I know you don't belong back here. The demon says the drummer is not the one who hates soft things. Drummer does not hate soft. Now get out of here before I pelt you with those booze-soaked cherries. You stand there long enough for him to throw a cherry at you, and then you pocket it and walk away whistling. Ooh, it's a booze-soaked cherry. It has a decent booze. It says, "This is a cherry that has spent most of its post-picking life being pickled in a jar of grain alcohol. It's sweet but packs a boozy wallop, just like your mom." Nice. Okay. You're fighting an incubus. This is one of the demon scribes of Hades. His saliva is black ink and his tail is sharpened so he can use it as a pen. Traditionally, incubi write on the flayed and tan-skinned of the damned. Nowadays, though, they usually use a spray on tan, so most of Hades' books are a weird shade of orange. You get to jump on him. You thrust towards your opponent and smack him with your hammer of smiting. He writes a grocery list on your thigh. It's like getting a tattoo with a jumbo-sized needle. And we'll hit him one more time here. And that is enough. Alright, my main hit appears to be doing more than my thrust smack. So, oh well, with a critical hit. You're fighting a succubus. This demon aspires to be that legendary seducer of the innocent, the succubus, but she's really, really bad at it. She clomps up to you, throws an arm around your shoulders, and shouts, "Hey, do you live around here often? Well, enough small talk. Let's bump uglies." You're less than seduced, which means she's less than thrilled, which means you're less than unlikely to get in a fight. Thrust, smack, it's all in the mind, and in the face of your opponent, who just took 90 damage. You're fighting a serial bus. Even though his fellow demons, the scholarly incubus and the tragically inept succubus, are better known, the serial bus is one of the most deadly of Hades' inhabitants. His tail ends in some kind of unholy receptacle into which any number of devices can be plugged, all to better torment the souls of the damned. Also to warm a coffee cup, spin a little fan, or make a tiny plastic dog appear to hump something. Really, the possibilities are endless. He gets the jump on you. He plugs a miniature laser gun into his tail and shines it right in your eye. What a jerk. Let us thrust smack him. And that's good enough. You stumble into the green room where the band is having a meeting. They're so busy arguing they don't look at you come in. One of the bandmates is yelling at another. "What I'm saying is your looks are becoming an issue. You're supposed to play the skeletal bassist and I'm supposed to be the comically obese guitar player, but you keep on horking down sweets like you're doing. You're going to be fatter than me by the end of the tour." "Can't help it," the other demon says. "I just crave sweets, man. You should try some of the sponge cake. It's nice and squishy." The guitarist snorts derisively. "Whoever heard of a band where the bassist craves sweets? And besides, I hate squishy things, so you can take your cake and shove it." Okay, got some new information here. Guitarist hates squishy. Bassist craves sweets. Bassist craves sweets. And the guitarist the guitarist hates soft things. Hates soft things. You pick it up and leave the room before you're spotted or possibly striped. That's the cake it's referring to. Okay. Got a sponge cake. This is a delicious wodge of sponge cake, soft to the touch and sweet to the taste. It's the most delicious dessert named after a cleaning product ever, if you don't count my patented no-bake bleach bites. Just kidding. You can soak your bread in water and you can soak your bread in wine, but please don't soak your cake in bleach. Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't miss something else here. So, Jim is not the guitarist. I still don't have nearly enough information to start pegging these things down. Guitarist craves sweets. Okay. Primo Dono, you accidentally bump into someone in one of the dark hallways backstage. You turn to apologize, but the demon you hit is already turning purple with rage. How dare you strike me? He says I'm in the band. Don't you know who I am? I'm Flagworm. Flargworm. Okay, so I know I have Flargworm now. No, I didn't, in fact. In fact, if you just tell me what instrument you play and what you crave, I could quit wandering around back here, and that'd be awesome. I'm not talking to you as long as you have that marshmallow stuck to your foot. Flargworm hates the color white. And there, you've made me so mad I started talking in the third person again. You better watch your step around here. If, for example, you offered the drummer an alcoholic drink, he'd probably kill you. So you're saying the drummer hates booze? Thanks. Okay. Flargworm hates white. Drummer hates booze. Okay, we're getting better here. Pick the marshmallow up off your foot and get away from Flargworm as quickly as you can. This is a huge white marshmallow. It's not the softest marshmallow ever, but it's still guaranteed to put you in a sugar coma. If you have a dream that you're eating a pillow, you'll probably wake up and find that this is gone. Alright, let's keep adventuring backstage here. Fighting a cereal bus. Get the jump on him. I thrust smack him and I win. Fighting another cereal bus. Your opponent brushes up against the hot plate. He plugs a little foam dart into his tail and then uses it to shoot you right in the eye. Well, I guess the fun and games are done then. Ow. Thrust smack, it's all in the mind. I get a bus pass. This is a ticket to the bus that incubi, succubi, and cereal bi ride to work. There's only one bus because otherwise it'd be a bi and it'd be too busy exploring dating options to pick anyone up. That's good. I'm fighting a succubus. Thrust smack, it's all in the mind and in the face of your opponent who just took 68 damage. Pertinent imp. You hear sobs coming from behind a door. And open it to find what is possibly the world's filthiest bathroom. There's a female imp curled up in the corner crying. You're emotionally moved by the scene. You're sad because she sounds so heartbroken, and you're a little off-put because she's crying tears of blood. What's wrong, you ask? Oh, she says, it's my boyfriend, Stinkface, the lead singer of Infernal Rackets. Found out that the goat cheese occurrence wanted him to trade me for a pillow. Wow, that's pretty terrible, you say. I know. Can you imagine touring with the goat cheese occurrence? It would have been awesome. But he just turned them down. He was all Stinkface, the vocalist, does not crave things that are soft. And he knows I hate it when he talks about himself in the third person. Okay. Vocalist is Stinkface. Stinkface, vocalist, does not crave soft. And he knows I hate it when he talks about himself in the third person. The imp sighs and wipes away her bloody tears. Oh well, at least the goat cheese occurrence guy gave me the pillow he was going to trade. Want it? You accept the pillow and leave the bathroom, marveling at the crazy lives of rock bands and their band-aids. This is a nice, soft pillow. It's not a dirty pillow either. It's freshly cleaned and dazzlingly white. If you dream that you're eating a giant marshmallow, you'll probably wake up and find this gone, provided you're in a place where people steal your pillow while you're asleep. Alright. Fighting another cereal bus. We will whack him and get another bus pass. An incubus. And yes, more killing. I get the jump on the incubus, and I get a bus pass. That's good, I only need 2 more bus passes. You see a couple roadies shooting craps and throwing dice in a corner, so you edge closer to hear what they're saying. I tell you, these rock stars, they can't party like we could back in the old days. Like, I offered Flagworm a swig out of my flask, and he muttered something about how he was climbing up these 12 steps and needed to resist drinking booze. I told him he'd have more energy for resisting temptation if he'd lay off climbing steps all the time, but he just scowled at me. So what you're saying is Flagworm isn't the one who craves booze, the other roadie says? Exactly. Whoops, Snake Eyes, you gotta take off an item of clothing. You flee the scene before you have to see any naked roadie flesh. As you turn away, you knock over a bottle of gin and watch it seep into a stack of paper someone left nearby. I acquire an item gin-soaked blotter paper. There are always those brave souls for whom the mere drinking of alcohol is too inefficient or unexciting, and they're always trying to think of new ways to get booze into their systems. Those are the brave souls who snort, inhale, and make suppositories out of martinis. Usually, those people are to be avoided. This time, however, they may be onto something. This is an absorbent, brilliantly white piece of paper soaked in gin. The wood pulp will help distribute the alcohol in your system, and you can use it to write down phone numbers, should one be preferred. Okay, so flagworm does not crave booze. So, flagworm, well, we know he's not the drummer or the guitarist or the vocalist, so he must be the bassist. Which means that he craves sweets. So, Jim. Oh no, that's not what I know. I'm sorry, that's wrong. Flagworm may not be the bassist. I was misreading some of my notes. I know that Bognort is not the drummer, and Jim is not the guitarist. Not that Bognort is the drummer. So yes, I still need to learn more. The only one that I know for sure is Stinkface, who is the vocalist. Let us adventure again. Fighting a succubus. Whack. I'm fighting another succubus. I am out of MP, so let's take a quick hop back to my cottage and go back to backstage. Another succubus. More. A cereal bus. Ow. Ow, he hit me twice. Alright, I got another bus pass. I just need one more bus pass. Another cereal bus. Okay, another incubus. I have all the bus passes I need. I can get more imp airs at the comedy club. It's been a while since I've learned anything. Come on, guys. More incubi. Another succubus. Unless it thinks I should have enough information already. But I don't think I do. So, we know, well, what else do we know? Well, we know Flagworm hates white, so he is not the drummer. Which means that if Stinkface is not the drummer, Flagworm is not the drummer, and Bognard is not the drummer, it means that Jim must be the drummer. The drummer does not hate soft, but he hates booze. Is that right? Did I do that right? I need to think that over. Undo. 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 Okay. So if Bognart, who is not the drummer, wants white, and Flagworm, who is not the drummer, hates white. So we know that Stinkface is the vocalist, so Jim cannot be the guitarist or the vocalist, but he could be the drummer or the bassist. Yeah, I don't know enough yet. Another incubus. Okay. Let us go back to my campground. Too late. Alright, let's beat him up normal style. Back to my campground. Rest again. Back to Infernal Rackets. This is starting to get real troublesome. A serial bus. Another succubus. I haven't seen anything in quite some time. But I also haven't seen any of them, so... More succubus. Another serial bus. I'm starting to feel like the game thinks I have enough information. Is there anything that I can figure out? Do we know that Flagworm is not the drummer? What happens when I talk to Sven now? Here's all I've been able to find out so far. All 4 band members... Okay. Bognort isn't the drummer and craves something white. Flagworm isn't the one who craves booze. Stinkface the vocalist isn't craving something soft. The bassist craves sweets and the guitarist hates soft things. Jim isn't the guitarist. Flagworm hates the color white. And the drummer hates booze. So, if Bognart is not the drummer, well, let's give Bognart a comfy pillow. Oh, guitarist hates soft things. Let's give him instead a giant marshmallow. You hand the marshmallow to Bognart. He turns it over in his talons, carefully poking and prodding. Alright, got some give to it, but it's not too soft and it's definitely white. I am ready to unleash some killer guitar riffs. Okay. Let's go back to Svengali here. So, Stinkface, the vocalist, isn't the one craving something soft. The guitarist hates soft things. What else do I know about the guitarist? Jim is not the guitarist, which means that now the guitarist is either Stinkface or Flagworm. Oh, wait, hold on. What just happened? What did I miss? Shit. Guitar riffs. Okay. So, Jim is not the guitarist because Bognart was the guitarist. Bognart was the guitarist. Which means that Jim okay. We know that Stinkface is the vocalist. Okay. Sorry, pardon my silence here. This is just a little more complicated than I was hoping for. Okay. Flagworm hates white, and the drummer hates booze. So we know that Bognart is not the drummer. Which means that the drummer could only be Flagworm or Jim. I'm guessing that Flagworm is the drummer. The drummer isn't the one who hates soft things. The guitarist hates soft things. That's not quite the right angle for this. So, if Flagworm hates white, doesn't crave booze, is probably the bassist, because we know that the drummer hates booze. So let's say Flagworm is the bassist. The bassist craves sweets and hates white and doesn't like booze. Let's try giving Flagworm the sponge cake. You toss the sponge cake to Flagworm. He catches it in his mouth and devours it in one bite. Sweet, bro. That was totally sweet and not too white, just like I like my women. I can feel the sugar high coming. I'm ready to shred some bass. Okay. So, Flagworm was the bassist. Which means that Jim is the drummer. The drummer... Okay. Flagworm is the bassist. Bassist. But the bassist craves sweets. Yes, sorry. So the drummer does not hate soft things. The one who hated the soft things is Bognard. The vocalist is not craving something soft. Stinkface, the vocalist, is not. Okay. I'm gonna guess that he wants booze. So Bognard got something white. The bassist got something sweet. The drummer hates booze. Which means that the drummer wants something soft. Probably wants a comfy pillow. Alright. Toss the pillow to Jimmy, buries his head in it, sparing it with a hornet's size happily. Which means that Stinkface, the vocalist, does not crave something soft. He does not crave something white. He does not crave something sweet. So he wants something boozy. Let's try booze-soaked cherry. Look, dude, I'm trying to be cool about this, but I hate sweet things. Okay. So, let's try the gin-soaked blotter paper. Alright, you hand the Stinkface the blotter paper, he examines it carefully and takes a cautious look at it. Oh, dude, this is rad. I just love gin, Deuce. It's all booze, no sweet. It really gets my throat ready to sing. Nice work, dude. Alright, so I acquire Azazel's unicorn. That was a lot more tedious than it should have been, probably, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm thinking at my best here. Inasmuch as we're all playthings of the Lords of Hades, this is specifically a plaything of Azazel, one of the Archdukes of the Underworld. It's a cute plush unicorn full of joy and goodness. Full of joy and joyness. Its cheery smile and golden horn are like a mountain of candy for the soul. Alright, well, let's go back to Belly Ass Comedy Club and see if we can get some more imp airs here. A chimp. No imp air. Come on, guys. A blimp. A PR imp. Alright, imp air. 2 more imp airs to go, and I can get Azazel's stuff. A imp. Another imp air. 1 more imp air. A BL imp. A PR imp. Imp air. Alright, let's return to Moaning Panda Square. The trench-coated stranger waves to you from atop one of the moaning panda statues. He slides down the panda's back and walks over, his hand out. You hand him your in-person bus passes. Excellent work, he hisses, smiling his shark-like smile. Here's your talisman. Congratulations, you've won. Or have you? See you later. Or maybe sooner. You take your talisman out and walk out of Moaning Panda Square, trying to get the hairs on your arms to lie back down. So I have Azazel's tutu. This is a frilly pink outfit usually worn by ballerinas, or at least by people who like to pretend they're ballerinas in the privacy of their own home. We don't judge here. If someone says, "What is that, a tutu?" you should say, no, it's pronounced tutu, thereby ensuring you get the crap beat out of you. This particular tutu has the name of Azazel, one of the Archdukes of Hades, stitched into the liner, which conjures up a mental image you could really have done without. Okay, there are a couple of things I want to do before I give Azazel back his stuff, because I have a feeling he won't be able to leave us alive. Get another figurine of a charred seal, an L-imp. I am looking specifically for a fallen archfiend to give me another evil golden arch. Excellent. This is probably one of my favorite jokes in the game. So I'm going to go into my inventory. I'm going to craft things. I'm going to combine items, and I'm going to combine evil golden arch with evil golden arch, and I'm going to make one. The meat paste fuses your items together. You acquire an item, evil golden arches. This is a pair of sinister golden arches. Who knows what manner of evil they will spawn? So we'll go back into my inventory, we'll go into miscellaneous, and we will click on my evil golden arches. You place the arches on the ground and pretend you're driving up to them. As you get near, a hidden speaker crackles to life. Order? I'll have, you stammer and reply, please, click. Some food materializes on the ground in front of the arches, and the arches disappear in a puff of fire and brimstone smell. You acquire 2 double bacon Beazle burgers. This is the least second most evil hamburger you've ever seen. Sorry, this is at least the second most evil hamburger you've ever seen. Maybe even the single most evil. Looks pretty tasty. I also acquire a brimstone chicken sandwich. This is an extremely spicy chicken sandwich. The screams of the damned emanate from within it. Soon they'll emanate from within you. So yes, if you get 2 golden arches, you can have the demonic McDonald's come up and give you food. I will eat a brimstone chicken sandwich. I will eat 2 double bacon Beazle burgers. Two. No. 2. There we go. As you're swallowing it, you could swear that the bacon is trying to strangle you. I will eat a rat appendix kebab. I will eat a knob sausage. Yeah, go ahead. Titter away. And I will eat some bowls of cottage cheese. Alright. I've got nearly 40 adventures left for the day. Let us return to my campsite and rest. Alright, well, let's go back to town and see what I can learn training-wise. I have a bunch of meat now. We will go to the Brotherhood of the Smackdown and talk to Torg the Trainer, who will tell us that I can learn Furious Wallop, which is a regular attack that is guaranteed to be a critical hit, which works really, really well, actually. How many MP does that cost? Oh, it costs a gallon of Fury. Okay. So we will learn that. I will also learn Well Rested, plus 3 stats per fight. Sure, let's learn that. Okay. Let us go into my skills. I will use a Hibernate. And then I will return to Pandemonium. Go back to the Pandemonium slums. I want to build up some fury here. A Demon Ninja. More Ninja Hot Pants. Another figurine of a charred seal. Well, let's do that one more time here. Let's keep going here. A P-Imp. Alright, I now have 3 gallons of fury, and I still have the well rested for 2 adventures. So let's return to my campsite. Rest in my cottage. Go to Pandemonium. Go to Azazel's temple. You enter Azazel's temple. Azazel hovers over a giant obsidian throne, a blur of swirling and flickering glaring eyes and sharp, sharp teeth. I heard that you might have recovered the talismans of my evil power, he says, his voice rumbling and whispering like a stampede of librarians. Show me what you got. Talismans of evil power, you say incredulously. You pull out the purple plush unicorn, the bright rainbow-colored lollipop, and the frilly pink tutu and lay them in front of him. You clearly don't understand the nature of evil, Azazel says, and then addresses the stuffed unicorn. Are you okay, Snookums? Did the bad demons hurt you? It's okay. You're safe with me now. He stops, realizes you're still there, and gruffly shouts, Leave me to contemplate my evil plans! You say, there was a reward, right? I mean, if not a reward for returning your dolly, your lolly, and your lacy underthings, at least a reward for not telling anybody. You dare to threaten the third most evil demon in Hades, Azazel shouts. Very well then, I shall give you your reward. Bear in mind that the rewards of Hades are likely to be less than agreeable to a mortal weakling like yourself. He pauses and chuckles evilly. Ha ha ha, then continues. When you drink this, it will turn your liver to steel. Henceforth, you will have to drink more alcohol to become inebriated. Ha 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 ha. You acquire an item steel margarita. You decide to get the Hades out of Azazel's temple before he gives you any further rewards. Sweet. You know, you can have strawberry margaritas, raspberry margaritas, and regular old lime margaritas. Well, this one's flavored with pure extract of steel, then garnished with a magnolia. I mean, it was either that or Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, it's a quest booze item, so let's just, normally I would wait, but let's drink the steel margarita. You acquire a liver of steel. You get 5 drunkenness. Okay, so liver of steel is a skill. No, I want my skills. It is not listed there because it is, I'm assuming. Okay, so I do actually need to go to my options because I need to show interface, show HP restores on skills page, clan calendar, disable this area might be too tough for you, warnings, automatically fast forward all PvP fights. Use fullness counter, show outfit on character pane. One of these is going to show me somewhere there should be a thing that shows me my because I know that I have. This shows me my usable skills, but I should also have skills that are inherent. That's not quite the right word that I'm looking for, but I thought it would have been under interface. Enable quick skills, use compact character pane, short character pane, compact effect display, slim display, display familiar below effects. Yeah, let's add that. Quest tracker in the character pane, display PvP fights, show effect replenishment arrows. Okay. I can replenish that, I see. My inventory options. No. Combat. Combat options. Account. No. Profile. No. Privacy. No. I just want to know. Well, maybe Torg can tell me. Because some of these skills are passive. That's what I was looking for. But when I go into skills, I just have the usable skills. Just crafting inventory. And I'm sure that I saw something that told me where to find my passive skills before. But this is probably getting boring, so let us go somewhere else. What do I have for booze? Not much. I need to get more booze. Let's use an extra strength strongness elixir. What does the beer-scented teddy bear do? It's usable. Let's try using it. You wing the bear out your mouth. You wring the bear out your mouth. The fabric filters out everything but the bubbles. Okay, so that's cute. Let's go check out the mysterious island of mystery some more. So, I was adventuring in the obligatory Pirate's Cove, which is good for some moxie here. As you are walking along the pier at the obligatory Pirate's Cove, you're accosted by a smarmy pirate. He doesn't seem to want to fight, though. He pulls you aside. Yeah, so I totally need your help, he says, winking. It would be just great if you'd help me out or whatever. I need one more judge for our annual pirate pageant. Do you think if we're not too busy, you could judge our contest? Just take a look at these three pirates and tell me who you think is the saltiest old salt to ever sail the 11 seas. You take a look at the contestants. The first one is wearing eyeliner for some reason, even though that's not something you generally find on a pirate ship. He has long, ratty hair and constantly sways back and forth, like his legs never figured out he's not on a ship anymore. Hey there, mate, he says. The name's Jack Robinson. If you could see your way clear to voting for me, I'm sure I could reward you somehow, faster than you can say me. Savvy? The second pirate has a hook for one hand and a peg leg. He's dressed in a bright red uniform, wears a long black wig. He's wearing even more makeup than Jack Robinson. You should definitely vote for me. Definitely. My name's Sergeant Hook, and I'm definitely up for a promotion. I'm an excellent pirate. If you vote for me, I'll give you something nice. Definitely nice. Kmart sucks. The final pirate looks far too dashing to be a real pirate. He looks like one of those kids who hang out at the mall pretending to be pirates. He has perfectly coiffed hair, a suave all-black outfit, and a mask tied over his eyes. I am the Dread Pirate Bob, he says. I am entirely sure that you will vote for me, because unlike other pirates, I can speak with an English accent. Plus, my reward for your vote will be much better than those other two rogues. Well, let's vote for Dread Pirate Bob. You decide to cast the deciding vote for the Dread Pirate Bob. He may not be crusty or salty, but he definitely can speak with an English accent. I say, excellent good decision, my good man. Though I must confess, I am but one in a long line of Dread Pirate Bobs, going back well into the last century. It is a title I bear with pride, however. Here you may share in the booty from my last conquest. He acted like he was going to give you something great, and only gives you some meat? Inconceivable! Oh, I got the same one again. Let's vote for Sergeant Hook this time. Aha, they definitely don't fit me with the peg leg. There are 7,224 threads in these pants. Definitely 7,224. Alright, so I got some swashbuckling pants. Ooh. Part of the swashbuckling getup gives me is power 80 with Moxie plus 4. Sure, let's take a look at that then. Alright, so my inventory, let us equip that instead of my ninja hot pants. There was also, I had a Hades map. You follow the Hades map and make your way to Satan's chamber in the center of Hades. Says Satan. I don't hear any good music. That's not a good sign. Alright. I think I have an infernal fife. Let's try that. So I equip that. And then I go back and we will try the Hades map again. Nope, he doesn't hear good music. Okay, that's cool. Well, we'll go back and equip my hammer of smiting in the meantime. And then We will go back to the obligatory Pirate's Cove, because why not? Suddenly, you are accosted by a fearsome and oddly out-of-place foe, a Zmobi. You scream and turn to run, but find yourself facing a whole group of Zmobis. Now calm down, lad, one of them says. He seems uncharacteristically well-spoken for a Zmobi. We're not really Zmobis. We got this way by looting cursed booty. Don't snigger, landlubber. And though we are men under the moonlight, we look like Zmobis. Man, that must suck, you reply. Ye have no idea. For one thing, being a Zmobi isn't all it's cracked up to be. Sure, we tried eating brains, lurching around and performing extremely well-choreographed dance numbers, but that got old real quick. And besides, you know how hard it is to score with the ladies when you look like a running corpse in the moonlight? Don't suppose you can find a way to lift the curse? Try a couple practice spells, but can't seem to break the enchantment. You quickly conjure up several bottles of Bandaloon, an industrial-strength moonblock. The Zmobi's applied and quickly turn back into pirates. You walk away feeling good about the magic practice and the good deed done dirt cheap. Fighting a smarmy pirate. Let's beat him up. Got another flare gun. Alright, the same dreadful curse. The Bleached Boys. At the end of the pier, you encounter a group of pirates on a smallish pirate ship. They're all pulling on a rope, but can't seem to move it at all. Hey guys, what's the problem? You say, then notice their disapproving stares. That is, avast ye scurvy swabs, what seems to be the barnacles on your keel? We've just had the worst trip we've ever been on, says one pirate. This here be the pirate vessel sloop Gen B. We just want to get home, but can't seem to hoist up the Gen B's sails or see how the mainsail's set. What, you mean you can't raise the sails on your own ship? Well, lad, we're short-handed. The poor cook has the fits, the first mate's drunk, and all of us were drinking last night. Any chance you could help us? You haul on the rope until the Gen B's sails are hoisted. You see that the mainsail's set, and then call for the captain so the pirates can go home. Well, that's enough pirates for now. Let's try the Orcish frat house instead. You are fighting an Orcish frat boy. This is an Orcish frat boy. He really, really likes paddling new pledges and making them dress in women's underwear. Not that there's anything wrong with that. He gets the jump on you. He winds up and smacks you repeatedly with a frat paddle. It doesn't hurt that bad, but constantly saying, "Thank you, sir, may I have another," is bad for your dignity. Got an ice-cold Sir Schlitz. It's a cocktail crafting ingredient and booze. I just want to fly. As you wander towards the frat house, you see yet another creepy frat boy walking towards you. You ready yourself for combat, but he doesn't seem to want to fight. Hey, brah, I need some help. I heard about this awesome way to get chicks to, do whatever you want. Dude, you take these bugs, they're called Spanish flies, I think. You take them and you put them in a blender and you drink the juice and then you're totally irresistible to women. Drinking bugs makes women like you? Dude, you've never hung out with sorority arcs, have you, brah? Anyways, you can find me some Spanish flies, I could totally give you some high quality booze. Those weird dudes on the big ship over there said they could help me out, but I'm busy copying this homework, so it'll be in my handwriting. You start to leave and the frat boy calls you over. I forgot, brah, you can't make that love juice with less than 5 flies, so don't bother coming back until you have at least that many, okay, brah? Alright, well, let's go back to the Pirate's Cove then. As you're walking down the pirate pier, you see a big sign on one of the ramshackle shacks that says Amateur Comedy Night. You go in and find a smoky little club full of smoky and some little pirates. Hey there, ye swab, the MC says. Why don't ye take the stage and tell us some fine pirate jokes? You step up on the stage and survey the crowd. You see a few smiles and quite a few swords, scimitars, and daggers lying on the table. Better bring out your best material, ye landlubber. Which joke should you tell? What's orange and sounds like a parrot? What's orange and sounds like a parrot? You say, wait for someone to say, I don't know what. You hear crickets chirp and a couple of pin drops. A carrot, you say. The audience boos and various rotten pieces of produce, spare peg legs, and other detritus begin to litter the stage. A stuffed parrot smacks you in the forehead. You grab the parrot and beat feet. I already had one of those, unfortunately. More Beached Boys. The Arbitrator. Okay, so I already voted for Dread Pirate Bob and Sergeant Hook. Let's see what Jack Robinson gives you. You decide to cast the deciding vote for Jack Robinson, figuring a pirate who never gets his land legs must be a good pirate indeed. He staggers up to you. Thank you, matey. I believe the life boils down to 2 things. What a man can do for me and what he can't do. For example, you can accept this eye patch as a bribe for voting for me, or you can't. But I can't wear this eye patch because I have 2 good eyes. Savvy? So I got an eye patch. It's part of the swashbuckling getup. I believe I have enough to actually wear a swashbuckling getup here. So, let us equip... Where is the eye patch an accessory? What? I thought it was a hat. Where'd my eye patch go? Let's see. Snorkel still. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let us equip the eye patch. Let us equip. Let us unequip the batskin belt and equip the shoulder parrot, stuffed shoulder parrot, and I think I'm already wearing pirate. So I am already wearing swashbuckling pants. Let's equip my hot plate back on and go back to the obligatory Pirate's Cove now that I am dressed like a pirate. Aha! Interesting. I can go to Bartleby's Bargain Bookstore. Or I can get a pirate pamphlet, which is a potion, gives me the effect of charming. This is a public service pamphlet published by the Loathing Pirate Association. It contains helpful tips on all manner of pirate activities, such as swabbing, quaffing, pillaging, and rapier sharping. Big Book of Pirate Insults. This book claims to contain 1,001 insults, taunts, and put-downs for any occasion. Well, any occasion involving pirates anyway. Okay. It's got everything from the old classics. You fight like a dairy farmer to the newest snaps. Yo, Captain so fat when they load his booty on the ship, there's no room left for any treasure. Guaranteed to put the saltiest bilge rats and scallywags in their place. And there's an abridged dictionary. This is a severely abridged dictionary. It appears to contain only the words beginning with the letter R. Okay. Well, I don't need to buy anything there. We can go into Barney's. It's recommended that you have at least 80 muscle to adventure here. Okay, well, I'm a little weaker than that. So I'm going to need to pick that up before I do any better here. So let's go put my good stuff back on. I was wearing... Was I wearing a batskin belt, wasn't I? Yes, that's what I was wearing. Okay. Let's go back to the Orcish frat house. An Orcish frat boy. This is an Orcish frat boy. This frat boy is still a pledge and thus must wear a French maid's outfit. Dust the frat house. When you think dust, think pledge. Oh, God. He gets the jump on you. He brushes up against the hot plate. He pulls out a bra and says, "Hey, bra, put on this bra. It's not the right size and the underwire pinches." Okay. Hoping to get some more booze here. I got the figurine of a slippery seal. Another Orcish frat boy. I got a roofie. This is a piece of the roof from the Orcish frat house. It should probably be called a rooflet, I guess, but do you really expect frat boys to use English properly without a cheat sheet? Rumor has it that the frat boys use these to knock people out and do horrible things to them. Yeah, that's terrible. Let's see, flask flops. This is a pair of sandals with flasks embedded in the sole, so you can smuggle booze into terrible beach parties. It's fantastic if you enjoy drinking room temperature booze out of the filthiest imaginable vessel. You get extra booze drops from monsters and +3 maximum hooch. Ooh, I do actually kind of want to equip that right now, just because. Let's see, we can unequip the mysterious lapel pin for now, because I need booze. I need to get booze while adventuring. So, another figurine of a slippery seal, another Orcish frat boy, get a bottle of gin and deodorant. This is a can of Orc Spirit aerosol deodorant. The Orcish sorority girls wear this to make their armpits smell less bad. You know, like how an open sewer smells less bad than a large open sewer. Remember, if it smells like Orc Spirit, it's sure to entertain us, like a mosquito or an albino. Gotta love Nirvana, man. I'm not sure I actually looked at what the bottle of gin says. This is a tiny airline-sized bottle of gin. The Orcish frat boys must have gotten this from some other dimension. Okay, fighting an Orcish frat boy. Gonna have a bottle of vodka. Another Orcish frat boy. An ice-cold Schlitz and an Orcish baseball cap. This is a baseball cap formerly worn by an Orcish frat boy. Even having this in your inventory makes you feel like a jerk. Part of the frat boy ensemble gives me muscle +3 and mysticality -3. And a nice cold Sir Schlitz. Another Orcish frat boy. He smashes you with his beer mug. Now you know how a pub table feels. Got a deodorant. Ow. Stop whacking me. The Ice Cold Sir Schlitz says, this is a can of Sir Schlitz, the beer that made the Kingdom of Loathing famous. Sir Schlitz. Another Orcish Frat Boy. Another Ice Cold Sir Schlitz. 5 hit points. I got another roofie. He rams a beer bong down your throat and pours pure pain down it. Orcish Frat Boy. Paw the ground like a bull or a seal, and then lunge towards your foe, smacking him for 63 damage. Orcish Frat Boy. I want more booze. More booze. Okay, I require a homoerotic frat paddle. This is a paddle used in some sort of orcish frat initiation ritual. It's a one-handed club. It deals 7 of 14 damage, requires that end. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my campsite, and I'm going to rest to regain some of my mysticality. I'm going to go into Seaside Town, and I'm going to ignore the Council of Loathing. I'm going to go to the Brotherhood of the Smackdown, to the Smackateria, and I'm going to buy a few sealed blubber candles. Let's buy 5. I have the meat. Now let's go into my inventory and we'll go to miscellaneous. And I have some seal figurines and I want to see. Let's see, I have charred seal. I have 5 figurines for charred seal. Need 1 imbued seal blubber candle. 1 imbued seal blubber candle. Okay. So, let us return to the Smackateria briefly and see. Blood of the Were seal. No. Okay, it's a meat pasting component. I need to imbue it with something. Turtle pheromones. This is a small vial of potent concentrated turtle pheromones. It's an important substance if you want to attract turtles, because in general, turtles don't understand pickup lines. Okay. Well, it was a good idea, but I don't know how to imbue. You have no useful information for me, do you? Alright, well, let's spend my last 4 adventures in the frat house getting some more booze. Ice Cold Fody. This is an ice cold Fody answer of Old Loathingish. It's not very good booze, unfortunately. Fighting an Orcish Frat Boy. Raise the hammer smiting above my head. Alright. He whips out a frat paddle and hits you square in the spinal column. You feel somewhat hazy. Ice Cold Sir Schlitz and Orcish cargo shorts. Alright, well, let's equip. I've got enough that I can do an Orcish Frat Boy get up here. So my Orcish baseball cap plus a homoerotic frat paddle, which is good but still not as good as my hammer of smiting, and some Orcish cargo shorts. Let us then return, go to the Orcish frat house. In the front yard of the frat house you encounter a frat boy working out on the bench. Hey bro, how much can you bench? Yes, I don't know, let's see. You grab the barbell and beat him to a pulp with it. About 300, I guess. Okay, so I'm out of adventures. We will go back to town, because if I go into the dark side of the wrong side of the tracks, to see Dirtwald Hovel of the Pretentious Artist. Oh, I don't have his stuff. Right. Tall, skinny, shaggy-haired men with thick plastic-rimmed glasses spaces back and forth, alternating between a barely audible murmuring and loud swearing. He looks up at you as you walk in. You there, plebeian! I am the greatest artist the Kingdom of Loathing has ever known, but lately I've been unable to grace its population with my works of staggering genius, because all of my painting supplies have been lost or Sure, I'm always glad to support the arts. Great, I'll be needing my paintbrush, my palette, and my paint. The last time I remember seeing the palette, I was near the haunted pantry. My pail of paint, I probably lost it while I was slumming in the sleazy back alley looking for inspiration, and my brush was stolen by this punk knob-goblin kid who's always trying to bite my style. Alright, well, I'm out of adventures, so at this point I'm just going to drink up, and it's already been an hour, so you guys are probably tired of watching me. I want to thank you very much for watching. Have a great night. Subscribe and like if you're enjoying the videos, and join the game. Come play with me. Let's have some fun. Alright, this has been Dilzim signing out. Have a wonderful day.